Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kat, and if you're not, welcome back. So I've been wanting to make a console table to go underneath some shelves that I made in the past. I'll link the video down below because I did make the shelves for another video. I did end up just deciding what video to do based off of the supplies that I had laying around, but I also didn't really have exactly what I needed. So this video ended up being sort of a challenge to see if I could make a console table from the wood and the supplies that I had lying around. And I think it turned out pretty good. But you're gonna have to judge for yourself, obviously. Not that you should judge me. I needed a place in my living room to put books and my boyfriend's Xbox because it's in my way and I don't like where it is. So that is the point of this console table. It's really good for storage. I'm gonna put bins underneath too so that there's out of sight storage. Without further ramblings, let's get into the video. So this is what we're working with in this board here. That's what we're working with. So I'm thinking about using this one and that one for the sides. And then I'm thinking about using this one here and possibly cutting it in half. So one part will be the same width as this, and then the other part will be slightly bigger, and that'll be good for Josh's Xbox to sit on. Now, I just want to make sure that this is not too thin. It might be, so I might only get one piece of wood out of this. But if that's the case, then one of these will be the shelves, and I'll use this as a top that's a little bigger. But we're gonna see what happens. I also have some wood in the garage if I run out. That's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so here we have our baseboard that will this is gonna be like our basis for the size of the rest of the console table. So this one I will not have to cut at all. There is this little flaw here, but I figure if I put it at the back of the console table, it won't be a big deal. So this is gonna be my shelf. And this is 4 feet long. There's also this flaw here, but I'm not super worried about it because I'm thinking I'll either stain it or paint it. So the next board we're gonna work with, this is actually left over from the desk that I made that I'm actually gonna cut it on. So that's kind of funny. And I still can't find my tape measure, so I'm just gonna use a ruler. So I'm gonna just measure it out slightly over 4 feet. Since what we're working with is a jigsaw, I just like to make sure that I'm gonna have a straight line. Just like that. So I draw out a line beforehand, and then I just use my jigsaw instead of a circle saw or something else because it's totally portable, so I can use it anywhere, and I really like it. After I cut every board, I'm just sanding it down. If you're buying your boards pre-cut, you don't need to really worry about cutting them, obviously. But I would suggest always sanding because you never know if there's any rough edges. And for something like a table, you want to make sure that you're not going to give slivers to yourself or anyone that may touch the table. Okay, so the next step is to cut the board long way because I want it to be just about a foot wide. So I'm drawing a line at 1 foot on this board, and then I am using my ruler, my straight edge, to go all the way up the board so I have a good line. You can use other tools to do this or buy the wood pre-cut as well, just like on any other DIY that I show. but I prefer to use my jigsaw because one, this is scrap wood, so it's something laying around my house, and two, the jigsaw is really easy to use. Okay, so this is what the top looks like now. I sanded the edges. It's all going smoothly. So this is gonna go underneath the very top. I'm going to do a similar thing to what I did with my desk. I'm gonna cut this to 4 feet, be the same length as the tabletop that I cut. And then I'm going to use some smaller boards to create the frame. That way I'll cover up any screws that go in the top. The reason I do this is because I don't want to mess with pocket screws or anything like that. I think they're a huge pain. I don't want to deal with them. So this is how I solve my problems. So this one really has to just be the same length as the shelf that we're gonna be using. So I just went ahead and measured that, and I'm just going to go with a straight edge just to make sure that that's as straight as I can get it to be. All of the board measurements will be in the description as well. Here I'm just putting a cross board just for extra stability, and also I like the way that it kind of looks. It goes along with that farmhouse type style. And then I'm going to show kind of where I'm drilling the holes, and I'm always drilling the holes separately first so that the screw doesn't split the wood. Then once the base is made, I'm gonna put the tabletop onto the console table, and then I'm gonna use just regular nails and hammer that to the base. This is a great way to get it to hold on without having really small screws on the bottom underneath. And if you're not comfortable with making pocket holes or anything like that for your screws, this is definitely a little bit simpler than creating pocket holes and stuff like that for your screws. So now the entire thing is finished. You'll want to make sure that everything is sanded down and all of those nails on the top of the table are completely hammered in, because if they're not, then they'll catch things when you put things on top of the table. Once you have everything sanded nicely so that you won't get any slivers, I'm just going in with regular acrylic paint, just because, like I said in the beginning of this video, I didn't prepare for this video. I just used random stuff that I had left over because I wanted it done. So you don't have to use acrylic paint like me, but if you're looking for a cheaper way to make a table like this and you don't have the money to splurge for special paint, then this is the way to go because it's actually really nice and it's a decent finish as well. So I really like the way it turned out. I think it contrasts nicely with the shelves. I didn't have any stain left over or anything like that, otherwise I would have stained it the same color, but I didn't have anything to do that with, so I decided to just paint it with acrylic craft paint, and it worked really well. I love the way it looks. It's like whitewashed, so it's not pure white. You can still see all of the detail in the wood through the paint, and it's not, and I sanded it really well, so it's not like you can get slivers from it or anything. So that is all I have for you guys today. If you decide to make a table like this as well, I would love to see your creations. You can send them to me on Instagram or tag me as well. And my Instagram is down below, and I will also put it up here, I think, maybe. I'm not very good at the whole adding cards and stuff, so we'll see. Anyways, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon if you want to see every time I upload, and share with your friends. Share this video. It would be greatly appreciated. Do it, meow.